Hello. So we're back again. I found Isabella. She'd gone running off into the living room, but she's here now. And this evening we are going to start this book. It's quite a big one, so it might take us a while to do.
And I'm going to read something out of this book.
It's called Anisha, Accidental Detective by Serena Patel. So we will do chapter 1 and we'll see how it is. You can watch me read a book, Rosie. No, this is terrible. I said pink carnations. If I wanted red ones, I would have asked for red ones, yells my Auntie Bindi. She's making a right racket. Her fists are clenched and her face is turning a funny purpley colour. I'm a bit worried that her head might actually erupt into a big purple slime explosion as she screams at the flower delivery man. This is already the 3rd time she's sent the poor man back and he looks like he's going to cry. I slump in a chair and bury my head in my book. Life, the universe and everything, to try and shut out the noise. I just wish I could get some peace and quiet around here. Dad says I should be reading more appropriate books for girls my age. I'm not sure what kind of books those are, but I like reading about time and space and numbers. Numbers are great. They make sense, unlike people. You'd think this too if you lived with my family. The delivery man apologises like his life depends on it. I'm so sorry, madam. I just delivered the flowers. As I explained before, perhaps you should ring the shop and tell them exactly what you did. I did tell them. It's not rocket science, is it? I want my flowers and I want them pink. Is that too much to ask? And with that, she slams the front door so hard that it bounces back and hits her in the face. Auntie, this is just a suggestion, but maybe you should calm down. Getting stressed isn't good for your health, I say as I watch her rubbing her nose. Mum says these kinds of things have helped things to my dad all the time. He gets stressed out too, not by flowers, but by his job as a lawyer for Bundy, Bandu and Baskar LLP. I'm not sure exactly what he does, but it seems to involve going all red in the face and shouting down the phone a lot. When I grow up, I'm going to work in a lab where it's clean and quiet and I don't have to see a lot of people. That would be my #1 dream job. This wedding is going to be a disaster. A first-class disaster, Auntie Bindi wails. She's been speaking all high-pitched like this ever since she started planning the wedding. The wedding of the year. Oh, Rosie. Sorry, folks. That's Rosie on the other end of the tripod there.
Rosie.
The wedding that is happening tomorrow. She's marrying her sweetie pie. That's what she calls him. Yuck. His real name is Tanvir. Except only his mum calls him that. Everyone else calls him his nickname, Tony. Thank you, Rosie. Sorry, just having to push my child off the tripod. According to the grown-ups, a wedding is a really big deal. Flowers, frilly dresses and ridiculously large cake with little people on top and expensive crystals all around the edges. It all seems totally unnecessary for me. For their honeymoon, they're going to this resort in Spain which has the world's biggest theme park. Is it me or is that a weird place to go on your honeymoon? Uncle Tony loves it though. Theme parks are his favourite thing, as well as music by an old rock and roll star I've never heard of, Elvis Presley. And his favourite person in the whole wide world, of course, my Auntie Bindi. She loves what he loves, and they're so cringe when they're together. But the worst thing about this wedding is that Auntie Bindi decided I should be bridesmaid, and I have to wear the most awful lehenga, which is made up of a bright orange embroidered top with an itchy gold frill on the sleeves and neckline, and a floor-length skirt in the same colour. Now, I love Auntie Bindi. Out of my whole ridiculously big family, she's my favourite aunt, and she does make me laugh. She used to look after me a lot when I was little because she lived with us. And even though she can be a bit much sometimes, we've always been so close. Even though we're so different. Auntie Bindi is really kind-hearted, and she would do anything for anyone, especially me. I would do mostly anything for her, but when it comes to itchy bridesmaid lengas, I'd really rather wear a lab coat. Mum says I'd better not suggest that to my auntie though, especially with how crazy all this wedding stuff is making her. You know what? I'll ring Tony. He calms me down. He always knows what to say, she whitters as she taps on her phone with her sparkly false nails. Auntie Bindi loves things that sparkle. She has sparkly bags, sparkly clothes. She's even been talking about getting a sparkly pink car.
I want a sparkly pink car when I grow up.
I've told her I'll be not getting in that. I take a deep breath and I try to get back into my book, but the quiet doesn't last very long. He's not even answering. What else could we possibly have to do that's more important than speaking to me? She whines, running her sparkly nails through her big hair. I'm not sure what the right answer is to that question, so I keep my mouth firmly shut. Auntie Bindi is not usually this whiny. She can be squawky for sure, but this is next level annoying. She's barely stopped for breath.
Rosie, stop.
Rosie, sorry guys. Nobody wants to see inside your mouth.
That's disgusting. No one wants to study their tonsils.
Do you realise the wedding is tomorrow? I'm having my Mendy. Dinner lunchtime today. I've got a huge zit on my nose and now probably a big bruise as well. All the relatives are arriving any minute and the florist can't even get the garlands right. She pauses dramatically for effect and flops onto our green corduroy sofa with the back of her hand to her head like she's about to faint. Auntie Bindi really likes to be dramatic. I firmly believe that she sometimes thinks she's in a Bollywood movie. This one time she got really upset because she and Uncle Tony had an argument, so she sat by the window sobbing and singing a really old Indian love song at the top of her voice. She was so loud and out of tune, neighbours complained. Well, mostly Mr. Bogoff from number 62, sorry. He's always complaining about something. I had to admit, though, on this occasion, the singing was pretty bad. I put my headphones on with earmuffs over the top, and I could still hear her. Having relatives living with you can be hard work. Right now, I really want to ask Auntie Bindi how to make the big zit on her nose. How the big zit on her nose affects her having a Mendy done on her hands and feet. But maybe it's not the right time for questions. Then I think maybe she's starting a new trend. Nose Mendy. Did you know nose Mendy could really take off? In fact, what's she complaining about? It could cover up the planet-sized spot that's emerging on her nose. It looks like Saturn or maybe Mars, and it's getting redder by the minute. Mendy is a bit swirly for me. I prefer right angles, but I'm guessing that Mendy squares might look a bit odd. I'm sure it'll look nice on Auntie Bindi though. I'll show you a picture, guys, so you can see. It's when they decorate the hands like that. So they do lots of pretty drawings on the hands before the wedding. And I'm just going to dip my... the tripod's going to end up on top of you, Rosie.
Whoopsie.
What I'll do, guys, I'll put the bookmark in there. I'm going to finish now because Rosie is being a bit of a monkey. And I bet you're feeling seasick because I'm swinging around with this tripod. So, we will see you tomorrow. I'll put the bookmark in and we'll find out what happens at the wedding tomorrow. Bye for now.